again. Hello again. Right, we're going to do some work on this one today. So what we're going to do is a chain stitch, and we're going to chain stitch all of the vines that are here. So all of these like this. We've got that one, we've got that one. So we're going to do a chain stitch for these. You can do a regular chain stitch, you can do a reverse chain stitch, whichever one you like the best. Obviously, you know we're going to do the woven wagon wheel roses for these, and I've literally just taught that for the other Stitchalong, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do the chain stitch instead. So, let's pick a color. Just a nice green, I think. Oh no. And I think we're going to do like 3 strands. Not a lot, not big. Obviously you can do more if you want to, but I think like 3 or 4 will be good. A nice good number. I might have to pick a different color, guys, because this one is very... Oh, look, this one's full. I'm just going to do that one. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be nice. 3 strands. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the chain stitch and the reverse chain stitch really quickly, because people say that they're the same. They are the same. They look the same, but one turns out backwards. Okay, so one is like facing the other direction. So it's something to think about if you want all your stitches to be facing in the same direction. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean, I promise. Let me get my knot on there like that. Okay. So this is what I mean. Right, you've got your chain stitch. Basically what we do is, just waiting to reconnect. Okay. Basically what you do is you can start with either a detached chain stitch, yeah? And you go like this with a loop, okay? And then you come up inside the loop, and then you go down inside the loop, and then you just keep going like this. Okay? It's all going to make sense. I'm going to show you in just a minute, I promise. But if I start at the top here with the reverse chain stitch, you're going to do a detached chain stitch like that. And then you're going to come up down here and then slide your needle through and come back down. And slide your needle through and come back down. And slide your needle through and come back down. Do you see how one of these is upside down to the other? They're both correct. Yeah? But one of them has a stitch shape like this, and the other one has a stitch shape like this. Okay? To end this one, you need to put a little tacking stitch. So in the end, it's going to look just like that. They're going to look the same, but one of them is going to be facing the other direction. So when you do big things like this, to where there's lots of different little parts, it always looks a bit more cohesive if you can choose a direction and do them all that way. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that you can only do a reverse chain stitch or you can only do a regular chain stitch. I just mean think about which one you want it to look like and make sure that you start the opposite way if you want to change to reverse chain stitch or regular chain stitch. Okay? Okay. Every time I do these, I'm like, God, I hope I make sense. Because you know, like when you just have a lot of things that you want to say, but you don't want to say them all at once, but also you kind of need to say them. That's what it feels like. Right. Right, so I personally like a regular chain stitch. So what we're going to do is come up, do our loop, come back down right here. Yeah, do our loop. Right? And wherever you put this next stitch, if it's like way up here, these are going to be really big. They're going to be really long and thin. Okay? So I kind of like to put them more like that. So yeah, you're going to have to do a lot more stitches, but it's not going to look so long and thin. And what you're going to do is pull it up like that. Okay? And then you're going to make another loop. So put this up under your thumb again and go right back down inside the first loop you just did again. So where you came up inside the loop to make that first stitch, you're going to go down inside that loop. Okay? Inside the loop. Okay? And then again, up the same stitch length. Try. Yeah? Inside the loop. I'm just going to pull it. Not like super tight, okay? You don't want it to go like boom, boom, straight up and straight down. Yeah? And now we're going to make another loop. Surprise. And go back down inside that same loop. Can you see that really clearly? I hope so. So down inside this one. Keep your finger there. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. So this is how I do mine. So I hold my thing like this. Yeah. Okay. And I kind of keep my thread like that there with my thumb. If I don't have a hoop, if I don't have to hold my hoop and I have my hoop stand, then I tend to use both my hands in a different way. So I just found that kind of tucking it under my thumb like that works really well, especially when I don't have my hoop stand and I kind of want to like do it quickly, you know? Now, my dad always says, you're not getting graded, all right? So just try your best. Obviously, he's judging us, so we were getting graded. We just didn't know it. But it's basically a nice way of saying, like, you might mess up, and that's fine. You know, just try your best. Just try your best and see which way works the best for you. So, obviously, you're going to get to a point where you can't use your thumb as easily because you're going to get up, like way up there. And you might have to like lay it on your lap and do it like that, or pick it up and put it down. Something like that. Oopsies. Oopsies. Oops-a-daisy. I mean, saying that, you don't necessarily need to hold it with your thumb. I just think I can like do it a lot faster if I have it out the way, you know? Guys, my eye has been twitching since Wednesday night. Riddle me that. Both of them. I think I'm like slowly making these stitches smaller and smaller and smaller. That's all right. So any questions for this one? I'm going to do like up to the, I put it against my body like that. Maybe I can do it a bit faster. I tend to do it kind of all in one like this as well sometimes. You know, down a little bit, then come up and then pull it all at the same time. So I'm going to take this all the way up to the top to the big one. Totally see how you make a bigger stitch and it looks like, whoa, really see it like be different, you know? Can you see that? Like here, they're getting a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to show you the reverse chain stitch, and then I'm going to let you guys do it on your own. What's it like? See one, do one, teach one, right? From Grey's Anatomy. Anyone? Anyone a fan? I know it from Grey's Anatomy because I'm not a doctor, obviously. So I don't know if that's like an actual thing that happens. I just know it from that TV show. I also find if you're having trouble with the shape of it, I find if you're having trouble with the shape of it, make sure you're kind of pulling like up in whatever direction that your line is going. You know, so if you pull it up like this, it'll give a nice little shape to it. Whereas if you pull it kind of to the side, or it might not look as nice. Yeah, so if I just pull it like this, I find that sometimes it just doesn't like lay as nicely because it's almost like this thread gets a little bit too short almost. Okay, after this one, I'm going to stop it with a little tacking stitch on the end. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Let me just make sure you can see it before I do it. All right, so you're going to pull it up like this. Come on. Pull it up like that. Okay, and then just put your needle down on the other side of that thread. Don't have a knot there. Don't just, come on. There we go. Can you see it? Okay, now I'm going to show you the reverse chain stitch. So that is going to look like this. You're going to come up not at the end. Okay. I don't want to do it that way. I want to come up over here. Because I want to think about, yeah, that's right. Okay, so not at the end, just a little bit before. See? I always do a regular chain stitch, a detached chain stitch, sorry, first. So put your down just like that. Okay, one little guy, and then you're going to come up below it here like this, and then slide your needle between, just right under like that. Yeah, and then back down that same hole. Okay, and then up a little bit below it, slide under that last one that you just did, like that, and then back down the same hole. Okay, and then you're just going to keep doing that for the whole way down. Now at the beginning, before I started this, did you see me like try and figure out, like, hold on, should I start it at the tip or should I start it down here? And that's because of what I was talking about at the very beginning of the video, which is that they're gonna look different if you start them in different areas because of the way the stitches, the shape of the stitch and how it goes. So because I almost just stitched that into my back. Oopsies. There we go. Okay. because of the shape of it. So the teardrop shape is either going to be kind of facing up or facing down. So again, refer you to this. Yeah. So this one here is a regular one. And if we start up again over here, then that's the reverse one. So we're doing chain and reverse chain. 3 strands. I would say you're just in time, but actually we're about to be finished. And then put it through like that and tuck it right back in there. There you go. Okay, so you're going to do all the red areas. So all these long kind of bits like that. And you can choose if you like the regular chain or if you like reverse chain better. Some people tend to really love one more than the other, you know, so they tend to use that one more. We're only using 3 strands, so it makes it look a little bit delicate still. You can obviously, I probably wouldn't do less if I'm honest, because that's already quite a thin chain. Yeah. But you can do more if you want to. And yeah, there we go. So just a reminder that tomorrow and Sunday are catch-up days, which means that you can catch up with all the stitching that we've done this week. And we'll come back on Monday. Send me a picture of your embroidery that you are in progress with. Okay, it doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't even have to have like loads and loads and loads done on it. So if you've done a bit of stitching, send me a picture or post it in your stories and tag me, and you'll be entered to win a £15 credit to my shop. Okay? So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right? Bye.